Okay, guys, so we are live. I hope we are live. Let me just check my. We're live. Yep, we're live. Today we're gonna be talking about phones. Uh, Next time we talk about movies. I don't know. I just got things to show you guys. So I had this for like last couple of months, I think. Not when initially released because that's too expensive. Okay, so this is a Nothing Phone 2 in its original case. You may be wondering, why am I still rocking the original case? Well, there's not much case for it. Alright, let me just grab the other case to show you. Alright, so I'm back. So this is the other case you can see. This is two pieces. I kind of like and hate this case. Alright, so this case has two parts. This is the magnetic, so you can use something like air charger. Is that the right name? The Apple one, the whatever this magnetic charger is. I forgot the name. And it has a camera protection. You may be thinking, well, it's great, right? Because it protects your camera, which is true. So you don't have to buy those separate camera lens protector thing or whatever. MagSafe. Yeah, that's right. That's MagSafe. But the thing is, I mostly put the phone in my pocket. And this is not so bad at because the Samsung one I had is all scratched up. I'll show you in a minute. Yeah, so this is basically if you have running a knife or something sharp alongside this glass, whatever, this piece of plastic, it will destroy the material and it will make the photo less good. I'm not I'm I'm just never found this case because again you already got a lens protector built into your phone. Like your phone already protecting the lens. So having a secondary, how should I say? Have a secondary protector is not my favorite. It's not. This one sits flush against the lens, so it's not a big problem. But I just can't get over it. But yeah, this one has a very cool lock down there. You can just lock your phone. I mean, lock the case so it doesn't fall out. Because a lot of other two parts cases I've used in the past for various different phones, they have those oh, this one's buttons falling out too. So they have those like sticky tape on the bumpers on the inside, and they're not really that flush. They're like double-sided sticky tape sort of thing, right? The double-sided tape is a bit like that thick, and just a tiny little bit on the bumper. So when you fall, the phone is literally just slips out, and it just not. I don't like it. Again, I get it. They're trying to be as thin as possible so you don't feel like you're holding the case. But at the same time, the design just flawed. And they came with screws too, those kind of cases. But this one, it just, this lock down there is what holds the pieces together, and it doesn't actually have any problem. Button touches, I don't think I had any problem. I think it's a little bit hard to touch. I can't remember, but and this has a somewhat translucent back, so it doesn't stop you from using glyph. Well, it's kind of like those. I don't mind it. It's kind of cool effect. Like semi-translucent. You still can see the glyphs, but it doesn't stop you completely like some of those solid cases. And I kind of like those effect, like light shines through a translucent piece of objects. So yeah, this is good. But unfortunately, the one downside to this case is collecting dust. So I opted out back to its original TPU case. When I first got the phone, it was caseless because I didn't buy from the same place. I bought the phone somewhere else, a little bit cheaper, and I want to give it a try to see what's going on, give it a bit of whirl. And the case was actually from the nothing website. The only downside is collecting dust. Yeah, it collecting dust from that case, so I didn't like it. I know a lot of people against the original case because again, it start yellowing as you can see already, but there's no good case. I cannot find. If you go like the catalog of cases for Apple, for Samsungs, right? For Apples and Samsungs and possibly Google's, you will find a whole heaps of case. This one you have to scrape under the barrel. I don't want to do that, man. I don't. But if you look at the phone in its glory, it's really nice. I don't know. It's really sleek, really shine, just cool. Like a lot of companies they show like cool things on ads, but you get something different. But this one is actually very, very different. Yeah, it's really clean. I just love it. The feel to it, even without a case, it feels good. But again, I would not do that with this phone. So I'm just because the mic, I think the mic port already like been really been really dirty. So lately I've been having problems with Shazam. So I got some tissues here. Don't mind me. I think that what causes the Shazam problem. Yep. I hate this. I hate to say it. I think that what clogs up the microphone. I don't have anything like real sharp to clean it. So unfortunately, let me check if I have a SIM ejector here. If I don't, it's really a bummer. Yeah, it looks like I don't have anything to clean, so I guess the mic issue that I've been receiving came out from this. Let me just check my other drawer. Oh, I do. Alright. I do find it, a SIM ejector. That's good news. We shall clean this little bad boy. But I don't want to destroy the microphone port. Because that's very important. I think it's recessed inside, but I'm still like not wanted to destroy it for whatever reason. Okay, I'm gonna do a test. I'm gonna do a music Shazam test, live test right now. To see if it works. So I'm gonna play something here. Okay, let's play something. I know it's gonna be strike, but I'm gonna play this. I'm gonna put like a shitty volume so that I want to test it. Actually, I want to test the full volume. Not full, but Yeah, definitely fucked. No result. Alright, let me test this one. You can see I cranked it up to 90%. Yeah, no result, guys. No result. Cranked up this to 90%. No result. What's wrong with this phone? What's wrong with this phone? I don't know how I still make calls with this phone. Uh, but what's wrong with this phone? Come on, man. You're supposed to do a better job. I'm surprised I'm still able to record. Let me try something. All right, I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna. I don't know what's causing it, but I'm gonna do something here, which is clear data. I'm gonna try to clear data, clear cache, clear storage. That's fine, and we should allow quick settings. Already add the tile. Got it. The tile is re-added. Yes, it's unfortunately is re-added, and my account should be not logged in. Right? It's logged in by Google. And let's see. Sign or log in. Sign with Google. Come on. Continue. Syncing Shazam. Hey, it's back. Alright, it's back. So I'm going to try once again. We're going to play the same song. Okay, this song is not unpopular, so it should. Oh no, this one I'm not going to play. Hey! Okay, I'm going to show you guys live on camera. Wow! Okay, wow, this is a weird glitch. So it wasn't the dust particles that were blocking the top. Wow, this is a weird glitch. This was like happened right after 6.6 update. Yeah, 2.6 update. It happened. So weird. There was another glitch in the past when I used a Amazfit GTR2, right? You know, it's just Amazfit third-party watch face app. It's called Amaze something, Amazing Faces or whatever, and it will glitch my phone. It would like the moment I go to any screen, it just go back to home screen. It was a weird ass glitch. Like if I open my not banking, but if I open like YouTube, right, and just shut off the phone, like sleep the phone, like lock the phone, go back to it, it will be on the home screen. And I thought, oh, maybe third party launcher cripples the phone. By the way, I'm using Nova launcher, and turns out it's not. It's actually this whole phone just weird bug. Like I clicked on the Amazfit once again because I didn't open that app for ages because I just think the watch face I had I really just liked. But after opening this app, my phone just I think splashed for a bit, like the flickered for a bit, and it's worked. So that's weird. But yeah, this is definitely my everyday carry now. I love this phone. It's really good. They have like substantial amount of updates. I think every 3 months or so, or maybe less than that, they have like a minor like sort of update. And even with the Android, like the each incremental releases, when it comes to updates, it's really fast. So again, no complaints, very speedy, snappy. Yeah, it's just that weird Shazam bug. It's just weird. It's just like that's super weird. Uh, doesn't have a telephoto lens, which is kind of a letdown. I'd imagine they got things going on uh, if there were telephoto lens, right? But just so weird not to have a telephoto lens. I don't know, man. Like I get it, this form factor size. Again, yeah. Now I'm using Square Launcher now because I went back. I sort of went back to Renoa. I switched to Square again to give it another try. I kind of like it. If you guys ever miss the Windows Phone UI, Square is that. You know, I when first like when the death of like Windows Phone was began, me and my friend just went on each other's phones and we had Square Launcher. He's like, "What is this?" It's a Windows UI. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try that too. So we both like got the free version. Oh man, I still remember that time. Yeah, and of course glyph. Most importantly, this phone has glyph. Let me just show you. I won't play any. Okay, I'll probably play the system ringtone, so I don't have. Oh, actually, watch this. Just watch this, all right? Yeah, I have a pane opening in the reflection, so fuck the lights. I don't have money. Like I don't have the budget to buy a light, right? This is cheap. This is a cheap live stream. If you guys are watching. But yeah, I mean like so I got this. That was the coolest idea of this phone. Now if you guys remember iPhone has a feature that basically when you swipe a little bit backwards, you can see like what the hell is going on before you decided to release it. And like I'm not gonna do that no more, so I'm gonna go back to the other screen. Like if you're on screen B and you release it, I mean if you're on screen A, like if you're on screen B, right, you push back a little bit, then you see a bit of screen A, they decided to stay on screen B. Yeah, that's really useful. And something I just discovered for Android, which is predictive back animation. I think that what it's called is currently in developer options as a flag. I remember dark mode was on Android 9 was similar situation, was like a flag as well. Which the LG G6 it has this as the last straw, right? Before it just got shuttered. Uh, yeah, so again, I'm going to show you here. Not sure if you guys can see that. That's what I'm talking about. Now, currently, this doesn't work across all apps. It works with Spotify if you switch between the big player and the queue. Works a bit on Reddit when you preview some images. Play Store, the same thing when you preview on some images. Only works on like certain things. Of course, panel is gonna work. Panel scrubber. You can see it works, right? And those are the two songs we just scrabbled, or try to scrabble, try to Shazam. Yeah, so again, this is very nice little phone. I didn't know this was a weird little bug, but it works out now. I'm not gonna complain. This is my everyday carry. Actually, originally, okay, I'll show you what I use originally. Right, so originally I used that other Samsung phone. I won't name names yet. I gotta save this for the best. And I had a secondary carry, which is my Motorola. Yes, my Motorola 30 Ultra, I think. This phone was nice at first. It's still a very decent phone, don't get me wrong. But man, I don't know what I was cleaning one time. I must smear some chemicals and somehow touched my phone case. It's all crumbly now. Doesn't matter. It's still a good, good phone. I still enjoy it. And it's actually, if you slide the brightness slider 50%, somehow it brighter than this because it uses a different technology. I think this is somewhat of a OLED. It's not like the Apple OLED, but they're weird OLED term. And this one is, of course, just like the Samsung phones use the AMOLED. So of course, AMOLED is known to be super bright. Maybe that's why. But again, one last thing I want to talk about it is on screen is actually scales down to 1 hertz if not being actively used, which is good because it kind of saves the battery, right? We want to save battery. Now, eventually, I switched my secondary carry back to my original Samsung phone. And my secondary carry was mainly just for music. Well, let me explain. So, I used to have this bad boy here. This is a Feel, I think it's an M11. It's bulky, it's chunky, it has a dedicated headphone jack, volume slider, and media playback buttons. I love it. You know, it is a solid device. And just running Exynos caused it to lag a little bit. And one time I had my micro SD card inside, the battery was like 1% left. I forgot to charge it. And then I plugged it in, charged, then I turned on, and I just realized, why is Spotify freezing? Like, why won't click on Spotify, it doesn't respond? And sometimes it duplicates itself, like another copy of the Spotify, which again, the same shortcut, twice. And it turns out it fried my 512 gigabyte Vibram micro SD card, which I had a load of songs downloaded to it. So I don't know, man. And the latest firmware update for this actually crippled my device because it shows MAC address as a Bluetooth address. Again, another weird bug. I don't know if I can roll back to it or not. But if you use like 3.5, still very cool device, right? It has a pre-applied screen protector. Again, the same with the case situation. It's yellowing. It's turning yellow. I know. Again, not much of a good case out there. And also, I just don't want to carry this hunk of a chunk. Again, I'm using Bluetooth, so it doesn't affect me whether or not 3.5 is there. So that's not the issue here. And so I switched to a Motorola for that music stuff. And eventually I decided to go back to the first proper beefy phone that I had, which is this. Okay? You might be looking at it thinking, is this a Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra? No, this is actually S22. I just scrape the bottom of the barrel to find a case that cool as this on AliExpress. I think this is reason. This is really reason because I can't see this before, so I'm not gonna say I found this. But again, this is pretty cool, right? But just a couple of issues. See the camera protector again, as I was saying before, how it's gonna scratch up, right? This is exactly what has happened here. I don't know. I might cut like a hole from the protectors. I know it's defeat the purpose, but I don't have a secondary screen, secondary case to test with. So I kind of don't want to destroy this case. This is a really nice case. I don't want to destroy it. It has a discount sale on like the choice, so get a bit of faster shipping. I thought you have to buy like 3 items to be able to get fast shipping. No, you don't have to. It's just like 3 items causes shipping fee to be like zero or some shit. But also I was worried those guys will dump. Hey, I can see a bit of bubbling on the back. There might be another layer of screen protector. Hey, if that's the case, then yeah. Wow, I didn't know that. That was a screen protector. Woo! So I'm scratching the screen protector? Wow. Still like, come on, man. Oh. Hey, guys, it's not scratching. Okay, I might take this back. But again, I'm not a fan of another layer of... I didn't know. I peeled off a sticker saying there's some sort of screen protector. But man, I did not know that. I was like, okay, I must be misguided, right? But yeah, I mean, like, dude, this is a solid. Even though the case is not aluminium, would be cool if it was aluminium because it has this sort of car feel to it, like a Ferrari or some shit, Maserati. But I guess they can't do that because obviously it's gonna distort the signal from the phone. You don't want to do that, right? You don't want to distort the signal. You don't want to distort the wireless charging. I don't think wireless charging or power sharing is any good now because it's not flush. But yeah, still a very decent case. Wow, something I have not learned from those two incidents with the Shazam and this case. All right, I'll be back in a minute. I'm just gonna chuck something out. Wow, man, so this case has a protective film. No wonder, man. Like, dude, I don't know. Now, this is good case, right? But the button is a little bit hard to press. If I were like do it now, like, see, it's not activating the backlight because it's just so super hard to get it right. Yeah. You have to like press extra hard to get it on and off, which is quite annoying. You can see now it doesn't even want to do anything like turn off and stuff. So yeah, this is the downside of this case. If I were to bitch about it, I guess. But yeah, I mean, like, come on, man. Why don't they tell me that there's a layer I didn't know about? Wow. Fuck me, man. Fuck me. All right, what else? There's something else I want to talk about. Download this first. Yeah, man. Like, I don't know, man. Now I'm gonna talk about this because this is my official secondary carry for main reason. I'm gonna stick to this forever, maybe. I don't know. If something comes cheap 10 years later, that will be useful. I try, okay, in the past I had this bad habit of switching devices too frequently. I try not to do this time around because I hate it because you have to transfer all the stuff. And one time I nuked a phone with Battle.net, and Battle.net was being a bitch because I don't use Battle.net that much, and also I don't buy stuff from Battle.net. So they have this weird account recovery thing because I didn't have a backup email attached to it, and all I have left is no one to help me. So I end up waited. I guess one time they said, "Oh, we are upgrading the system. You have to reset your password and all this crap." It's like there's my moment. So again, my moment has became true, and I was able to reset the Battle.net account without a problem. Yeah. So in case you guys don't know, this phone and newer Pixel phones and the upcoming Moto phones and one particular Xiaomi phones has something in common, which is the UWB chip. Now I'm gonna talk about this chip because this is the best thing ever for Android. Okay, do you guys know like the Apple AirTag has UWB and their phone has one too for precise tracking for your lost item near proximity? Yeah, Android misses that. Even even Google made few phones with that chip, with this hardware, but they didn't utilize it. They didn't go like, "Hey Apple, we're gonna create our own AirTag called the Google Tag." No, they didn't do that. So this Google Find My network was in the shit state. I think it's pinging against Bluetooth or something. It's really shit. Not a lot of good trackers compared to AirTag. And even third-party trackers, there's a load of them utilize the AirTag, the Apple Find My Network thing. But no, the Google Find My Network was lacking behind, right? So recently they did an update for it. I think it's like rolling out, but then there's some regulatory problems, so it's kind of in the slow phase. But UWB, man, Google need to get on this shit because MotoTech is coming soon. Now, why am I talking about this Samsung phone? Because it has UWB. Well, Samsung has their own smart tag. Again, I don't like its design, to be honest. Like it's like a kind of like a keyring. Yeah, I didn't like this keyring style. What's it like? You know those remote control you have for like your garages and whatnot. It's kind of like that with a giant ring on the top. Yeah, I didn't like that design. So again, but the thing is, this has the tag, right? So Moto Tag comes out. Hopefully, Google's gonna upgrade the network to include that by the time it comes out, or maybe not, because they still haven't rolled out the other update yet. And so by that comes out, Moto Tag will be much more like an AirTag. And plus, Moto Tag can act as a shutter button for your camera, and plus it supports third-party accessories from the AirTag cam. So that's what I liked about the Moto Tag. Yeah, so again, come on, Moto Tag, please, please coming out. Please. Actually, I saw another guy on AliExpress, like another seller. It's like one of those sellers that sells just a bit of everything to make a living. Like one of those sellers that makes selling headphones and they start selling stationery products like pens and stuff. And then they're selling computer parts. And then they start selling kitchen utensils. Yeah, it's like that kind of seller, right? So I was speaking to one of them. They had a AirTag thing going on. like their own card with the AirTag support. I was like, are you gonna release the Google version? And they said, yeah, they have plans. So again, I haven't checked yet, but I'm not gonna buy that because that's like the cheap shit. The cheap shit that won't last long, I bet. But yeah, even that, I don't know if they're gonna support UWB. I doubt it because I only raised up about the new Google Fiber Network thing, and they say, yeah, we will release it, a Google version, sometime this month, because I spoke to them last month, the end of the last month. But yeah, I mean, it is what it is, right? This whole thing about the Google and Apple is really weird. They're all like fighting against each other, they're all like, I'm superior. I need to copy Google. I need to copy Apple. I need to copy Samsung. Like before, like it used to involve lawsuits, right? But now it's like they do it incrementally. They don't do it like straight away. Like, oh, we're just gonna scan the whole thing, copy. No, they do it incrementally. They do update by updates, right? Like Apple, you know the icon colors, the whole drag and drop with the customizations and all this stuff. They didn't just copy Androids like they would have done it ages ago, but they do it incrementally, right? The same with Samsung. They do something that Apple has or Google has or whatever it has, and they do it incrementally as well. But even with the Samsung, the new Galaxy Buds 3, they didn't just come out like in the past and copy Apple, but they do it incrementally. They don't want bomb drop, like you know what I mean. So again, companies are copying companies, and no doubt about it. That's how it rolls, right? And I don't think now people don't give two shits, but in the past that would require a lawsuit to be proceeded. Yeah, it's just really weird. Now I want to talk about the Apple payment thing, the third party payment. Well, actually, no. Yeah, because I think this war actually started with Epic Games, like even way before that. Because I think in the past, Apple and Google, I'm not sure about Microsoft because again, Microsoft don't do phones anymore, so they're not included in the picture. But basically, what happened is in the past, when when you buy stuff, you would use the Google or Apple Pay function within the app, unless this is a store type thing like AliExpress, Temu, or some sort of like your local store that made a app, like Fantech, whatever, that can like exclude it from this stupid regulatory, right? Stupid rule of using the Apple Pay function. And I think a lot of developers fed up with that. A lot of companies, they were like, that's not fair. We don't want to give them 30%. And EU just got involved and the whole thing just changes. I think UK, India, Australia, they all, and South Korea, they all had a say to it. Once they had a say, then we're like, okay, Apple's like furious. They have to change. I think when EU dip their toes, like they always dip their toes, right? Because I feel like the tech sector, not to be mean or anything, and EU is, it just sucks. I mean, if you look at it, what is the best competitor, right? They shut down Edge being dominant on Windows. All right, we get it. The cookie law for the website, when you have to press, okay, I agree this cookie. Again, is EU's choice. The payment options, again, something to do with EU. Uh, again, the SIM, what is, not SMS, the MMS, I think. Was it MMS? No, RCS, sorry. Again, it's a EU thing. And USB-C, again, that's a EU thing. Like, see, EU just calm down with your shit. I get it. Like, your tech is not superior, but you just can't do this, right? I understand, like, the whole search engine war thing, because Google, as much as I hate Google dominating the search, there isn't any competitor till now. Now I would say Perplexity is my go-to now, because it's like ChatGPT but riddled with online functionality. You can just type your questions and scrabble the website. I use the term scrabble, but scrabble along the website and find all the answers and cobble them together as a summary. Is pretty cool. And you can even mix and match things too. I'll just ask about two different things from two different universes, like this from a book or this from a music, and then you're like, are they sort of similar? Are they related versus sort of thing? And that kind of result you get that in the past you just cannot get with Google search. I mean, Google search in the past used to be really straight shooter. You cannot mix and match, right? It's just nobody there to compare. But with this, AI can cobble up something. But there's times Perplexity is very frustrating to deal with, because you are following up and they think you ask some different question or brand new question. So you need really be precise at times. So that's what I feel like this Perplexity is kind of not doing right. But most of the time, like I would say 90% time, I'm happy with the answers. And it even helped me to write codes, programming. That's something that, definitely is good. And what's so cool about it, unlike ChatGPT, right? They can write codes, whatever. But the information given to you is basically fed. Like ChatGPT, the difference is they have a data bank of information fed into the system, so they can produce that information. This is online, so if they seemingly stuck, they can just go online, search through the WordPress codex, search through Stack Exchange, and all those other jazz, and find you answers. And I'm surprised how good they are doing my code, because there's a few times running errors, but most of the time we say, like, if I need something done, basically works 100%. So I could not complain about writing codes there. But yeah, you see this phone, it has a third camera, which I kind of miss from the Nothing phone. So back to the Nothing phone for a bit. I think this is the only good phone. All right, the only good phone. So phone one was 2011 product, I think. Was it? I forgot what year. It was 2021 or 11. I can't remember. Don't call me on it, please. But it was a fairly early product. It was like the starting point for Nothing, and it was okay. Just like the Motorola showed off earlier. It has a limited, like 30 frames per second on the front-facing camera. And come on, it's 2024. But I guess back then was okay, because it was still the time where they're allowed to do that. But now, please don't. So they have this thing going on, and then Nothing Phone 2 dropped, and I waited for a bit. I didn't want to rush. I didn't want to rush to get the phone, just in case they might drop something like a bombshell, like, hey, we're releasing a better version of the phone, right? But no, actually, I end up getting Nothing Phone 2. And then they got the 2A, which has a limited glyph. By the way, all those three phones has glyph. This one is running Snapdragon 8th Gen 1. But the phone 1 was running like 750 or some shit. I can't remember. Don't quote me on it. Uh, and then you got the 2A, which running the custom version of the MediaTek chip. And oh man, I know people are not fan of the MediaTek, but as lesser glyph on the bottom is like a snake sort of thing, and on the top has like two cameras. People compare this to the Minions, yeah, but there again, the accessory situation isn't get any better. But at least if you want a different glyph layout or design, yeah, go for it. But again, I think the camera was really limiting factor there too. They stuck with two lenses once again. So MediaTek. So that was that, right? And then they got another color exclusive to Indian market. Again, it's considered a mid-range phone. So yeah, it's not worth to wait for that phone. And then the CMF series just got launched. Before that phone was introduced, I think. They had the CMF buds watches, and people call it the nothing watch. Dude, it's not nothing. Well, because it's just a terrible watch. So they got the CMF watch and all this jazz, and people prefer it because battery life was good as the Amazfit one. Even the one I'm wearing now, which is the TicWatch Pro 5, the battery life on this is not amazing. It's only 3 days, but it's amazing compared to 90% of those watches out there, which requires a daily charge. So this one is good. Alright, minus the software update being a bit slow on the side. Still no Wear OS 4 just yet. Kind of sucks. But yeah, so I guess they want to get the update right. I kudos them for that. Kudos to that because that's very good. But yeah, I mean, like, dude, it's like, this whole CMF thing dropped. Then you got the CMF Phone 1, right, with the rotating bezel on the front. But it's not really rotating bezel, as a lot of people think, like a rotating knob for the volume. It's actually just to get rid of, like a screw, right, sort of thing. You can put different accessories. I wish that was a camera rocker. That would be cool, like the slider for the zoom, so you get more like cinematic sort of, you know, sort of like thing. Like if you zoom now, you press button, it's like whoosh, whoosh, right? But I wish it's like precise zoom, but that's not it. That was just, yeah. But this phone again running Dimensity, running MediaTek, and the cameras on the shit side. And then on top of all of that, it didn't even have NFC. Oh god, it's 2024. Even mid ranges now in 2024, it has NFC. So I don't know what they're smoking. Why it doesn't have NFC is beyond me, because NFC is one of the crucial features. People use it to pay for stuff. It's really common these days. You see people without their phone and like to pay for stuff, right? And this phone misses the chance. I I don't know why, but alright, it is what it is. And instead of being a clear back with glyphs, you're gonna miss out on that. It's gonna be a very subtle phone. Like if you bought a cheap budget Samsung phone, you get one single color. Yeah, it's kind of like that, right? But well, if you want a more subtle phone, there's the option, but there's no NFC whatsoever. which is a bummer. NFC is abomination to the world, man. It's like what we thrive on. So again, this is pretty weird. This is pretty weird. I don't know why. But NFC, come on. Okay, maybe I shouldn't use the word abomination and just check. But you get the point, right? This is what everybody's crave on those days. It's NFC. It's the ease of use of payment. Like, yeah, I'm still use cash. It's not cashless society. I love to save a bit of coin. That's my thing. But it's good to have NFC so we don't have to carry it. But again, it just sucks. We don't see that anymore. If I were to get a CMF1, I would have to carry my wallet 24/7 and cash with me. It was the only phone I have. And of course, I got the Samsung, but I don't want to use Samsung much to pay for things. And the one biggest issue is transit. If you're gonna use NFC with transit, you're done for. Again, I got my Samsung. As I said, it's not really a big issue there. But again, you know what I mean. So I'm gonna end the video here and see you guys soon. See you guys next time.